From Major General G.B. McClellan, Overall Commander, Army of the Potomac, to Brigadier General W.B. Franklin, Overall Commander, 6th Corps, Army of the Potomac, 24th May, 1862. Sir, it is my intention to strike southwest into Virginia with the major portion of the army and engage the enemy on his own soil. He will then be forced to give battle. However, I am concerned about enemy forces currently located on the Choke Peninsula, and do not want the problem of them loose in the rear, possibly disrupting the army lines of communication. Your corps is tasked with the job of clearing the peninsula. It is known the enemy have an armaments facility at the large town of Hampstead. It currently produces small arms and ammunition, but is in the process of being enlarged to allow the manufacture of artillery. Despite the maritime blockade currently being forced by our naval colleagues at Port St. Charles at the mouth of the Charles River, it is being used by the enemy as a base for blockade runners. Intelligence suggests that rebel forces on the peninsula consist of, at most, a small division, but possibly as few as 2 brigades. However, this may be inaccurate, hence the reason you will invade with your full corps. That will be more than adequate for the task. Your objectives, sir: A. Capture and garrison the 4 large towns of Hampstead, Port St. Charles, Clanfield, and Stockton. B. Capture, if possible, or destroy the armaments facility located in Hampstead. C. Capture or destroy all vessels in port, especially at Port St. Charles. D. Destroy or capture all enemy forces on the peninsula. Your attack will coincide with the remainder of the army beginning its advance into Virginia 1 week from today, on the 31st of May. I leave the planning and execution of the above tasks in your hands. Sincerely, George B. McClellan, U.S. Army.
The divisional and brigade commanders of 6th Corps had all gathered in the HQ tent of Brigadier General William B. Franklin. Gentlemen, you all know our task for the coming operation by the Army of the Potomac. William Franklin scanned the face of each man gathered around the table. Many of you have contributed ideas, just as I requested you to. Some of the men nodded. Others just gazed down at the map spread over the folding wooden table. Taking all those suggestions, I believe we have a solid plan of action. His aide handed him a wooden pointer. Intelligence, for what it's worth. A few smiles from some of the gathered officers, grunts from others. The enemy has no more than a reduced division to defend the whole peninsula. His cane swept in a circle over the map. It will be a 2-pronged assault. His pointer moved to the eastern coastal road. 1st Division minus 2nd Brigade will move down this road through Bourne, cross the Crow River, and move against Stockton. This should stir up the rebels, who will be forced to react. That will take place on the 31st of May. The speed of the advance will of course be governed by what enemy forces 1st Division runs into. The whole point of this thrust is to draw in the enemy. Now the pointer switched to the western coastal road. 2 days later, at dawn, the 2nd of June, the rest of the corps will advance down through Peytonville and Meon. I expect the enemy to be either engaged with or moving toward 1st Division over to the northeast. 2nd Division should then be free to cross the Marsh and Owl bridges and make a rapid advance to capture Hampstead. Once again, he scanned the faces around the table. If all goes to plan, Hampstead and Port St. Charles will fall quickly, leaving us free to move north to support 1st Division and destroy the enemy. Any questions? Brigadier General.
So, the Union plan is now known, so we can switch to see the location of the Confederate forces. The south of the peninsula is pretty straightforward. The divisional HQ, along with Garland's brigade, are stationed at Hampstead. Their task is to defend the 2 towns of Hampstead and Port St. Charles and the approaches to them. The centre and north is a little more complicated. Anderson's brigade is located at Clanfield, ideally placed to move in any direction. Rhodes' brigade has been broken up and used to man various locations throughout the peninsula. Starting in the north, at grid reference B2 to B4 is the 6th Alabama. They are able to observe both coastal roads from that location. 12th Mississippi are located beside Crow Bridge. 12th Alabama and Carter's Battery are just south of Peytonville. Wise's Legion Cavalry are patrolling the road between Peytonville and Stockton. At Stockton is located Rhodes Brigade HQ, along with 5th Alabama and 4th Virginia Battery. Finally, the Flying Cavalry Brigade is based at Meon. We are now ready to commence the campaign. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to transport you to a quiet little corner of Virginia on the evening of May the 30th, 1862.